following program is a feature presentation on WELW. The views and opinions presented on this program do not necessarily coincide with those of our ownership, management, or staff.
Welcome to Mondays with Malta and Ray Malavic and Guy Trinetti too. It's our feature, one of our feature presentations, the high school wrestling preview show. Always at Cleats, our home away from home. And we have a great lineup tonight. If you're out driving around, step on the brakes, turn it around, because we've got North, Perry, Kirtland, South, Lake Catholic, Riverside, and Mentor. Our biggest show ever when it comes to wrestling. The top schools in Northeast Ohio. The kids are coming in, and we're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. And we've got a special guest to kick us off, and that's our Lake Health sponsor, and that's John Smith, and we'll get to him in a little bit. I just wanted to congratulate Coach Triv on an unbelievable Mentor Cardinal victory, 57-56, and Coach Tiger Laverty on a stupendous win for them after being down 24-0, 38-37. So congratulations to both programs. And it's looking like, Ray, we're going to have two schools on our state championship show December 10th.
Two more big wins it takes, but they certainly got through some tough opponents the past 2 weeks. But, you know, it's a long way to go yet. That's all I can say, a long way to go.
No question about it. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, D&W Goods, Dan Phillips, owner-operator, 440-342-2002. D&W will handle all your team needs from embroidery to silk screening. Dan made the shirt that I am wearing, the one that Ray is wearing, and the one that Glenn is wearing. Pepco Jack Boy, owner-operator, 33210 Lakeland Boulevard. Pepco is a wholesaler distributor of telecommunications, utility, and high voltage. 440-946-3790. We'd like to thank Jack again. He programmed the Sam Ratigliano Greg Pruitt show, which was phenomenal, right here last week. Clemix Construction, Mike Clemix, owner-operator, 440-951-2033. This is the time you need a new roof with that Hurricane Sandy. If your roof's leaking, you want to call Clemix Construction. Again, 440-951-2033. The best in the business when it comes to roof repairs. He's up there on the roof, pounding the nails. That's Clemens Construction, Matrix Tool Machine. Rich Wilson, owner-operator, proud sponsors of Mondays with Malta, Mentor High School Sports, Mentor Middle School Lacrosse, and Lake Catholic's Chinese Auction. You can reach Rich at 440-255-0300. Mentor Family Foods. Hey, Ray, you know what's going on now? You got to sign up for that Mad Dash that they do every year. That's a 3-minute dash, and I know you'd go right to the States.
Well, we always say if I get a chance, I'll do that, but I never get the chance. But no, you check it out in the News Herald, big ad for it, and great promotion for him, and it's always a big success.
E.J. Conway, he's a little guy in the big business of grocery business. Go in there, stop in, corner of Lakeshore and Route 306. Tell him Charlie sent you. Good friend of mine, and again, he needs the business because he can't compete with the Giant Eagles of the world, and it's Thanksgiving coming up. He's got some great-looking turkeys. I was in there the other day. Forenza Stone, owner-operator Mike Fimiani, located at 37033 Vine Street in Willoughby. I think your son Dominic got a new granite top from Fimiani's, and I got to see it when at that big party.
Just a side note, Michael was a student of mine at Brush. And
what a showroom he has now over there. I don't know if you've been able to go in there.
Oh yeah. He's done a great job. He took over that car dealership, and he's got stone everywhere. It's amazing.
And it's that granite top that's beautiful. I'll tell you, stop in and see it. What a nice Christmas present for your wife to give her a new marble or granite. That would be great for someone someone that has everything. You don't have a granite or marble top from Mike Fimiani. You can see him on the website at www.forenzastone.com. Congratulations to Judy Moran for Commissioner, one of our sponsors in the first half of our program this year. And Kramer Printing, last but not least. Printing faster than the speed of life, located at 8634 Station Street. That's Lenny Kramer. Give him a call, 440-205-1199.
With all due respect to Mike Fimiani at Forenza, If Charlene's listening tonight, she's not going to be very happy with you.
She's seen Dominic's nice granite top in that bathroom. It's phenomenal.
But when it comes to gifts, my wife's not into granite tops.
Well, you know what?
Diamond tops, maybe.
$30,000 bathroom over there for Imiani's Forenzo store. So check it out, 3700-370-33 Vine Street. And it gives me great pleasure. He's been sponsoring wrestling since Guy took over the wrestling show on WLW. None other than John Smith. Welcome to the show.
Yep, John is the director of sports medicine at Lake Health, and again, it's about wrestling tonight. And Lake Health is our sponsor. That's it. You just read a list of sponsors that you have. He is our sponsor. They are our sponsor. Lake Health does a great job. They step up to the plate, allow us to bring 6 or 8 programs to the air, a couple dual meets, a couple finals of tournaments. We have a live show on December 18th that we're going to do. It's going to be a call-in show. We're going to have a couple coaches on there. We're going to have Toby Dunlop on there. He's one of the best officials in the state. We're going to have John Camp from the News Herald. And I'm trying to get, and I think I almost have him signed, Josh Lowe from Yappy Sports to come on. He's the new prognosticator, the Brian Brakeman of the Internet. So if we can get him to come on, we're going to get him to come on, and it's going to be a great night just talking about wrestling. Sitting, talking about wrestling for 2 hours on the air. Have you call in, ask whatever questions you want to ask, and it'll be a great night to talk about wrestling. But, John, I appreciate you stopping by tonight. Let's talk a little bit about Lake Health and what they're doing and all the good news about Lake Health.
Absolutely. It's actually been a great year. It's our 110th anniversary this year, and it's really it's proved to be one of the best years that at least that I've had since I've been there, and from what I'm hearing from everybody who's been there for a while, it definitely has been the best. And sports medicine's going very well. We are contracted with just about every school in Lake County right now, and it's about the community, and that's what's been so nice about sports medicine and Lake Health for both, is it's about the community, and the more we can take care of our community, the better it is.
I do a lot of matches throughout Lake County at different schools: Kirtland, Lake Catholic, South, North, and so on and so forth, the Riverside, and wherever the Lake Health trainers are, they seem to be right there on the spot, know what they're doing, are concerned about the athletes, and right there to help out.
Oh, excellent. I'm glad to hear that. I hear that quite a bit. I would put our staff against none others, because we are that kind of cohesive together, and it's just such a great staff. I've never been with a better staff, and I've been with some pretty phenomenal staffs in the past.
Now your responsibility, your job is to staff the schools with trainers that you sign, and so on and so forth.
Correct. That's absolutely part of it. We also we have a workman's comp clinic that we do for anyone who has Bureau of Workman's Comp. We also have an injury clinic that we do 3 times a week in the morning. That's just a walk-in injury clinic that comes in and sees one of our physicians, Dr. Brian Juriga. So we're doing all those type of things just to make sure the community's taken care of. And then of course, in the summer, we do all our sponsorships, and we have our athletic trainers out there and do all that type of stuff, and the runs. And
I know as an ex-coach, and I'm sure Ray will tell you the same thing. When Ray was coaching, one of your prime goals is when you have an injury to a wrestler, is to get them back to an athlete, is to get them back to playing as soon as possible. And I know your trainers and your facilities are set up such that happens a lot.
Absolutely, and that's we have 2 co-medical directors for our sports medicine program. It's Dr. Eric Parsons and Dr. Brian Juriga, and they're phenomenal. And they're phenomenal about getting kids back safely and quickly at the same time. And we all know, as coaches and athletic trainer myself, we all know that that's not always an easy mix, and we sometimes are on that line of making sure they're safe and they get back quickly.
Well, I know that when I was coaching, and I've been out of coaching now for a long time. But we didn't have sports medicine people. Right. We had pediatricians and doctors.
Right.
And when one of our players would get injured, we'd say, have your parents take you to your family doctor and see what he says. And inevitably it was, sprained ankle, you're out for 3 weeks. Or you hurt your shoulder, well, you strained it, and you're going to be, at least a month. Just ice it,
Absolutely.
But nowadays it's so much different.
Absolutely, and that's
because of you guys.
Thank you, and that's absolutely what's so great about having the athletic trainers in there is we make sure that we do that step quickly. We get them moving quicker. We get them working quicker, and the quicker they can get safely working, the quicker they're going to be out on the field.
Right.
It's so true. I mean, nowadays, and I am still coach, back in the middle school now, even though I'm retired, and do a little volleyball, do a little softball. But the bottom line is, the first thing I ask a kid when they do get somewhat injured in practice or game is, and they say their parents say, I'm taking them to the doctor. I say, well, what kind of doctor?
Absolutely.
And that's changed too, because the first answer used to always be family doctor.
Family or pediatrician.
Where else would you?
Right.
In the era prior to what we got going on now. And even today, some will say that. And I'll go, well, is there a chance you could take them to Lake Health Sports or a sports doctor, a sports trainer, whatever.
Right.
And because it's exactly what you just said. The standard, if they come back the next day, did you go to the doctor? Yeah, where'd you go? Emergency room. Or, a lot of times that'll be their first stop. And I, in my mind, immediately go 3 to 5 weeks.
Right.
Had they gone to a sports person, maybe a week, maybe 2.
Plus the fact that most of the schools now have trainers within the building. And after they are looked at by a sports medicine doctor, they're in direct communication with the trainer who is already the next day starting rehab for
Absolutely.
that athlete. And you know how important that is. That's
absolutely
correct. I mean,
absolutely.
It's so important to have that trainer there every day to say, come on, do this, you have to do that. You want to get back to playing next week, and
absolutely.
so on and so forth.
Well, and one of the great things is we have started to bring some of our middle school's athletic trainers also. Maybe not all the time, but we are definitely getting down to those now and really working with those athletes now because they're just as any other athlete. So It's definitely something we are continuing to work on to make sure we are working with everybody.
Well, John, again, it's already time. We could talk. We could go on, but there's about 300 young men here that we're going to have to talk to tonight. And again, I can't say enough about the appreciation we have for your people and Lake Health, and behind high school wrestling. It's really appreciated, and what you do is so important for us and for the athletes.
And thank you. And it's about these guys, these kids that are coming up here, and my old North kids over here that I've been with forever, as they're coming up. It's about these kids, and that's why I enjoy doing this every year and making sure that this is taken care of. So thank you.
Thanks again, buddy. And again, thanks for stopping by. And whenever we're around, always come up. We'll talk to you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks again.
And, he mentioned his old guys here, and then when I first started announcing for North, girls and boys basketball, that's where John was. He was the trainer for East Lake North, and since then, of course, gone on to bigger and better things.
Now he's the director.
Right. But, it all starts there, and you were so right in saying that the norm now is to have a trainer in high schools. You and I first started, that was rare. I mean, very rare. In fact, I don't know of any in the area that had one.
We had a trainer, but he wasn't trained, he wasn't qualified, thought he knew what he was doing, and he didn't.
And there you go.
It was some old jock who used to say, wrap us with some tape. Put some tape on it.
It would do more harm than good.
Exactly.
That has changed, thank goodness.
Thank goodness. All right, well, we're going to move on, and sitting here at the table with us right now are members of the East Lake North wrestling team, along with their head coach, Mark Atkins. Mark and I go back a long way. Always tell the story about the state tournament, but we won't get into that. But we'll tell you guys later about how.
I heard you talking about the trainers. I know the one time my arm was ripped off my body, and you said, put some duct tape on it, get in there.
I spit on it.
He was that old trainer he was talking about.
That was the guy. But, Mark is the head coach. You've been there how many years now? This is your 5th, 6th?
As head coach, yes. But I've been there for about 17 years.
Yeah, but as head coach. Okay, let's talk a little bit about your team. How's your numbers this year?
They're not bad. A little lower than I would like, but we're about 30 guys.
Okay, you're starting off with 30. And seniors to freshmen to juniors, what's...
We got about 10 freshmen, 4 or 5 seniors. We got a senior that just came out this year. And 7, 6 for the sophomores and the juniors.
Good. Let's go through and talk about returning starters and young guys and who's coming up and so on and so forth.
Well, I have a few returning starters here. On the end, I have Will Chinchar and Ronnie Bolden, Sean, what's your last name? Currigan, and Paul Gilmore.
Those are returners.
Yes.
Now you have other returners that aren't here with us?
Yes.
Because you were pretty young last year, right? Overall?
Yeah, overall we were. Yeah, we have Shane McLaughlin coming back, and Kenny Holberney, and Pat Field, and Elshinson, and a few others. I got some newcomers here, 2 freshmen here, Roberts and Jacob Early.
Good. Let's talk a little bit about your schedule. Where are you starting off the year? What are you doing in the month of December?
We're starting off the year at Solon.
Which you normally do every year, correct?
And then the second week we have the varsity Matucci. We flip-flopped it.
We have moved it, huh?
Yes.
Didn't they used to be at the end of January?
Yes. And just because of conference and the state duels and stuff like that, we thought we'd be better off flipping it with JV.
How many teams?
We should have about 13 teams.
15?
13.
Oh, 13 teams.
It's a one-day pool tournament.
Now, that used to be a 2-day tournament, correct?
No, it was always one day.
It was always one?
Yes.
And now 13 teams at North starting at?
Like 9 in the morning.
And finals like 7, 8 o'clock?
Right.
Yeah. And so from the Matucci the second week, you go to where?
Kenston,
that's the 4th week. Where are you at the 3rd week?
We're at Nordonia Duels.
Okay. All right. So your schedule's pretty much the same as it was last year.
Right.
And then you get into January conference meets, correct?
Right. And then, we go down to Wadsworth. We go over to Venus's old school.
Geneva?
No. His
Venus?
old high school.
But that's an old high school. Where's Venus from? Ashtabula?
Wow, I am drawing a blank. Howland.
Oh, Warren. That's right, Warren. Is there a tournament there? Or
yes, it's a one-day pool tournament.
Okay. Well, let's talk to some of the boys here, and we're going to go around. We'll start with the veterans first. You young guys, you don't know how to do this. These guys know how to do it. There you go. Let's talk to who we got there. Why don't you give me your name? Your my fellas got this name, class, and weight class you want to go to this year.
My name is William Chinchap. My weight class is 152, and I'm a senior this year.
And you wrestled last year?
Yeah.
And looking forward to this year. What weight did you go last year?
Last year I went 160, so I'm dropping a weight class from last year.
Wow. You're going down, huh?
Yeah.
That's unusual, huh? What are you doing to these guys?
I'm not feeding them anymore. Actually, I think he was in a higher weight class than he needed to be last year.
Oh, I was way underweight last year.
Oh, you were? So, okay. All right, next.
Oh, wait a minute. We've got to get back to the accent. Where are you from?
Well, go ahead.
I'm English, sir.
Okay.
From England, huh?
Yes, sir.
No kidding. When did you come to the United States?
2001.
No kidding, chap. Really? I love that accent. That's great.
He's from Collinwood.
The Chinchards are from Collinwood, aren't they?
That's what I said.
I've heard that, actually. I know there's a coach.
So do you have any relatives in this area other than your immediate relatives?
No, I don't know the Chinchars with the same last name. I know one of them's a coach for Glenville.
Right. Well, he coached at where I'm from, Wycliffe, for a couple of years. He's been at Glenville forever. Yeah. Matt is his first name. Yeah.
No relation.
I believe he's retired now. I really do. I don't think he's with the Tar Blooders anymore, but had been there for many years. But no, as far as you know, no relation.
No, I haven't met them.
Great. Oh, well, that accent is great. I
have to bring tea for him every Saturday morning.
I was going to say,
a spot of tea, correct?
Might be the only spotted tea wrestler in Northeast Ohio.
You ought to put that on the back of his singlet. Have a spot, Go ahead, give it a Bolden
Great
there.
job.
Good job.
My name is Ryan Bolden. I'm a senior. I'm wrestling 160.
And And you were last year at what weight?
I was at 152.
152. So he's doing what you're supposed to do. You're moving up a weight class, huh? You can't make 52 anymore?
No, I can't. I don't think so. Can't do this year.
Now you played football, correct?
Yeah, I do.
What weight did you play football at?
I was around 165, I think, during the season. So I'm not dropping a lot of weight, but it'd be too hard to get to 152.
Good. All right, next.
Sean Kurgan.
And I know he's not wrestling the same weight class because he's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This guy's going to be a heavyweight before you know it.
He might be.
What do you weigh now?
195.
Wow. 195 as a sophomore, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you wrestled 71 last year, correct?
Yeah.
So you'll go 95 this year, guaranteed. Senior year, a behemoth. But you looking forward to being up a weight or?
I really don't know yet. We'll see how it goes.
Do you think it'll be easier or harder? You're rolling around with bigger guys now.
Yeah.
You know, it's a whole different ballgame. I mean, when you were a youth wrestler, you were what? 140 pounds? When you were a kid.
Yeah, about
right
around there.
Yeah.
130.
Now you're 195. You're rolling around with the big guys. You know, the big boys. A little bit more difficult, you think?
Yeah. Depends. Usually, the higher you go, the slower they get.
Different style?
They get a lot stronger, though.
Maybe different
style.
Strategy.
Different style, different strategy, correct?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. I'm curious to see how he's going to do it, up so, being high like that. Good luck to you. Next.
I'm Paul Gilmore. I'm a 220, and I'm a sophomore at North.
Now, did you wrestle varsity last year?
Yes.
As a freshman?
Yeah.
Well, wait.
220.
You were a 220-pounder last year, too?
Yes.
He didn't grow? What's up with him, Coach? No weight room for him? No weight room, Gilmore? What happened?
He's too much yogurt and celery.
Oh, he's a vegetarian. Don't eat a lot of meat, huh?
Those are the only two things I don't eat.
Yeah, celery. Why would you eat celery? What, celery?
There's a peanut butter on it or something.
Or sour cream or something like that. Yeah. Or whipped cream or something. Okay, Mr. Gilmore, 220 this year. You wrestled last year at 220. Looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Do you have to roll around with him?
Yeah, I beat him up in practice quite a bit.
Really? Nice. I like that. All right, let's give it to the young guys from the University of Iowa wrestling camp.
I'm Connor Roberts. I'm a freshman. I'm wrestling 226 right now.
26.
126?
126, big guy.
126.
226, you'd be wrestling him.
You make me feel.
Paul was over there strangling him.
I'm looking. I'm going, wait a minute.
Wrestled at Willowick Middle last year?
Yeah.
For Coach Furline?
Yeah.
And how'd you do last year as a 8th grader?
I did good. I went 20-2 last year. Yeah.
Good. So you'll be at 126 this year.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck to you. And who we got here?
Hi, I'm Jake Early. I'm a freshman. I wrestle 138.
138?
Yeah.
As a freshman, huh? That's a pretty tough weight class to go as a freshman.
Yeah.
Are you ready for it?
No.
Oh, jeez. You're supposed to say, yeah, I'm ready for it. Of course I am.
I like the honesty.
Dude, really, it was honest,
you're
kid.
Serious. Remember, I learned from you guys because I'm better now than I was 5 years ago in wrestling, thanks to you.
Uh-huh.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Usually the freshmen are on those lower, the real low ones. Normal.
Normally, yeah, they're between, what's the first weight class now?
106?
106 to 120. Okay?
Yeah.
132, you start to get up with the older guys,
and you also told me that's always traditionally a very tough weight class.
And the real hard way to go is like he went. He started as a 171-pounder. Now he's wrestling juniors and seniors.
Exactly.
Most of the year last year, that's all you wrestled. So it's very tough for a young kid.
Yeah, very quick.
They learn the hard way. The hard school, that's them. So, all right, well, we're going to move on. Coach, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
We look forward to seeing you. I'll see you at Kenston for sure, and we're going to be at your dual meet with South as usual.
Right.
It's at your place this year, I believe.
Yes.
So let Dennis Riley know that on the 8th, when you wrestle, we're going to be there to do the broadcast of the show.
Outstanding.
Okay. Hey, fellas, good luck to you. And work hard, and we'll see you during the year, I'm sure.
And
North Rangers.
Sign the banner over there, fellas. Okay, there'll be a marker there for you. And best luck. Hey, a week or two, it's opening for the wrestlers, right?
Yeah, we're gonna bring up the Perry Pirates next with Coach Dave Rowan. And before we do that, I'd just like to throw in a congratulations to Coach Triv Mentor. Back when I coached with his dad in 1983 over at Brush, and we won a GCC championship at the time. And Stevie was our ball boy. He used to run around. He was just a little kid, and to watch him the other night coach and do what he did really touched me deep down inside.
And obviously our hats are off to Tiger Laverdia, Kirtland, and Triv at Mentor, but let's also take just a brief moment to congratulate Mitch Hewitt, the coach out at Chardon.
I mean, he did a nice job.
They did a wonderful job. They were probably the hottest football team in the area the last 4 or 5 weeks, and then into the 2-week playoff. And they ran into a tough team in Aurora, and Aurora went on. But great season for Chardon.
All right, Perry and Coach Dave Rowan. Coach, thanks for stopping out tonight.
No problem. Thank you.
How was practice today?
It was pretty good.
Why? What's going on? I mean, these guys are all laughing, having a good time.
They're all happy because they certified tonight. So.
Oh, now we can eat.
They can eat. So they were. We had a meet and greet last Saturday where we have all the K through 12 wrestlers come together with parents, have a dinner and stuff. And they were all talking about how much they're overweight. So I said, all right, well, we'll fix that on Monday. So
and you
we took care of it.
Took care of the weight problem?
Yes.
But now they all certified, and did everybody fall to where you want them to fall?
Yes.
Everybody's in good shape. Because I know, this is off the top of my head, that from the past couple years, this should be a pretty good year for you, huh, Coach?
Well,
on paper. I know. I don't want to jinx you.
We do what we got to do. That's all. We're just going to work hard.
I don't want to jinx you, but on paper, I think this should be a pretty good year for you guys. Now, tell me the truth.
We're working hard.
Well, you always do. I mean,
right.
there's not a Dave Rowan coach team that doesn't work hard. I know that.
That's
okay?
true.
And not a Dave Rowan coach team that isn't classy and always in shape and tough.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I respect that.
This group, I mean, I've been watching, and I'm around a lot, and I see you guys a lot, and I remember when they were kids, but now they look like men.
They're men.
Yeah.
Well, all right. We sat down Friday, the first practice, and we talked about our team goals. Mm-hmm. And we had a long talk about Perry's never had a state champ.
Really?
Never. In wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Really? I didn't realize that.
I didn't either.
Okay.
No, we've had a lot of seconds.
A lot of runner-ups.
Matter of fact, I think we have the record for second placers. Okay, we really do.
Which isn't a bad record in Ohio.
No, it's not.
Which isn't a bad record.
We just didn't have things go out. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we said we need to break that streak, and that's our team goal this year, the state champ.
Have a state champ.
Yep.
And as that goes along, then everybody else falls in place, and then who knows what the team does.
Exactly. I said if we focus on that, everything else will fall into place.
Absolutely.
Don't worry about if we just focus on trying to develop a state champ. Everything else will just, like I said, take place and take care of itself.
All right, well, we got a couple minutes before we go to break, and then we'll go to the kids. But let's talk a little bit about your kids and your breakdown as far as weight classes and numbers are concerned. How are your numbers this year?
Numbers are good. We're up in the high 30s, 38, 39.
Depth pretty good as far as weight classes are concerned. Are you thin anywhere?
Yeah, what's funny is over the years we usually have a lot of little guys. We have a lot of big guys. I mean, we're struggling to find the lower weight class. We have some kids there, but they're real young.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I was at the National Hall of Fame banquet last night in Columbus, and there were a couple coaches and a couple college coaches there, and we were talking, and he said, the guy from OU, I can't remember his name, the head coach from OU, was talking about recruiting, and he said it's really tough to recruit little guys. because it seems that all the good wrestlers are up top. And is that because maybe we have a weight problem in this country? Or what? Why is it? Remember, everybody used to be little, and we couldn't get anybody big.
Striving to find big guys, and now we have 2 heavyweights, and they both can start anywhere, anybody's team, and one's going to sit behind the other one for a while. It's amazing. It's amazing that we can't find little guys. It was a dime a dozen. He had 100. And,
right, I remember. Sure, for sure. When you were coming up and so on and so forth. Well, we're going to have to go to break and take us to break.
Well, we are going to take a short break. We hope you come back. We got lots more coming your way here from Cleats. If you're in the area, stop on by. If you're into wrestling, definitely stop on by, because we're going to have all the area schools here tonight with most of their wrestlers and, of course, every coach. So stay with us. This is Mondays with Malta. Ray Malavic, too, and the guru with us, of course, again, Dominic.
At Pat O'Brien Chevrolet, there are 2 things you can count on. First is a huge selection, over 3,000 new and used to choose from. And second, upfront pricing. Everybody pays the same great price. Save time and money with no hassles at Pat O'Brien Chevrolet. At Pat O'Brien Chevrolet, the last sale of the year is the biggest sale of the year. We've got 560 Chevy Malibus, all are supplier priced, and you keep the rebates. Huge selection, upfront pricing, save time and money at Pat O'Brien Chevrolet.
Looking for that special gift? Vans Photo can take your favorite photo and turn it into a photo keepsake. Choose from blankets or throws, coffee mugs, slates, dog tags, travel mugs, water bottles, purses, puzzles, jewelry, mouse pads, Chromalex plaques, canvas, G-clays, and oh so much more. Vans matches all local prices on cameras with a free one-on-one tutorial with camera purchase. Remember, Vans Photo and Mentor, building memories together. 440-205-2004 or vansmentor.com.
Don't you just love the fall in Northeast Ohio? Sunshine skies, gorgeous leaves, cool nights, and then, bam! Winter snowstorms. Be smart, you don't need to clear snow anymore, and don't risk being stuck in your house or inaccessible to visitors or safety vehicles. Call George Ward about their affordable snowplow packages. George and his crew are reliable and honest. With Ward's, you stop working and stop worrying. Visit WELW.com or call 440-942-1912. No work, no worry. Ward's.
Problem? You're pretty handy and not afraid of hard work. And there's a big job to get done. But who has equipment you need, fast and cheap? CCM Rental Mentor, the super alternative, has lifts, excavators, loaders, dozers, everything, and experienced experts to advise you on how and how not to. They can deliver or save even more and do it yourself. Around the house, in the yard, or on the job. It just makes sense and saves dollars. Call CCM Rental Mentor first before you buy. Visit ccmrental.com.
Do you know the difference between a bumblebee, honeybee, carpenter bee, wasp, hornet, or yellow jacket? I don't, and I don't want to know. And I don't know about spiders, ants, or any other bugs and creepy crawly things. Ooh! But I know I don't want them in my home. Not around my family or my food. That's why I call the experts at Patent Pest Control. They're licensed and bonded and use only EPA-registered materials. Be wise. Patentize with Patent Pest Control. Call 1-800-553-9088.
And welcome back, everybody, to Cleats. We're live here, 7 to 9. We got lots more coming your way. It's our annual wrestling preview show where we talk to all the head coaches and meet some of the wrestlers that you'll be seeing performing over the next several months on the mats in the area. Tonight's program is always brought to you in part by D&W Goods, by Pepco, by Clements Construction, Matrix Tool and Machine, Mentor Family Foods, Forenza Stone, and the Kramer Printing. And we were talking with head coach of the Perry Pirates, and maybe a final question, and let's meet the kids.
Yeah, right. Let's talk a little bit real quickly about your schedule, and you know,
we changed our schedule up quite a bit this year. We pulled out of the Riverside tournament, and we're going to go to the North Coast tournament, Independence. We're wrestling Mentor in a duel this year. We're wrestling St. Mary in a duel. We're going to Brecksville over Christmas.
Wait, no Kenston?
No Kenston.
Oh, you pulled out of Kenston, huh? Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, nothing. It's a great tournament.
Sure.
We just thought it was time for a change real quick. We've been doing that for 8-9 years.
No, you're not making a mistake. Yeah. That's a great tournament as well.
It is. There's nothing wrong with the schedule we had prior. We're just trying to different competition, change it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's. We're running short on time. Let's go around the table here and talk to the young men that are here. Give me your name. What year you're in school, and the weight class you're planning on going this year.
My name is Kyle Miller. I'm in 10th grade, and I'm planning on going 182 this year.
Now, he was a starter last year as a freshman?
Yeah, he was a
52-pounder or something like that?
He was like 71 last year.
Oh, that's what it was, right.
It's like Incredible Hawk.
Again, tough to do. Yeah. Freshman going 71, wrestling older kids and so on and so forth. Did a very nice job, though, didn't he?
He did. He learned a lot.
Yeah, you had a pretty good season last year, didn't you, as a freshman? Your record?
I'm not sure about the record, but I did qualify for districts.
Right, exactly. So, very, very good year. Next.
Ryan Sill, senior, 170.
And Ryan, you've been around he seems like he's been around for a long time.
But his brother John Sill.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. There's two of them. That's why. I knew the name, And what way are you going to go this year?
170.
170. And you were at 60 last year? And you're moving up one weight class. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
I'm Alex Shank. I'm a junior. I'm going to go 160 this year.
From 138 last year?
145.
Wow, pretty big jump, huh?
He's
Would you hit the weight room or what?
He did.
Yeah, I did a lot of lifting. Whatnot. I got bigger.
Did you play football?
No, soccer.
Soccer. What's soccer? What? They play soccer in America? Oh, no,
yeah, I guess so.
He's actually all Ohio soccer player.
There you are.
Well,
I guess he plays soccer.
I'm only kidding. That's very good. I'm a sort of a football guy myself, but
that's understandable.
Yeah, but that's great to be.
All my kids play soccer too. So.
Well,
great foot skills.
I'm telling you, soccer cross country, right?
Great foot skills.
Exactly.
I was going to say,
foot skills
and
balance,
and balance, and what do you call it? Endurance.
Yeah.
Next. This guy, I remember this guy. Go ahead.
Billy Miller, heavyweight.
Didn't we go 220 last year?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
There's no way.
I thought maybe you got a little heavier, but no.
Yeah, I sure did.
Was middle school you're thinking of.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you weigh?
I was 270 at the beginning of the season. Now, since he took over, now I'm like 260 right now.
Heavyweight, you're starting at 270.
Yeah.
What do you think you'll end up at? 275?
Wait, at the end of the season, are you saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be like 250, guaranteed.
250?
I guarantee it.
What, really?
Yeah.
What, do you want to get down to 250? Don't you want to stay bulk?
I don't want to, but I don't have a choice, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Because of him, huh?
I blame it him.
Yeah, blame him.
I try to make him wrest like a 106-pounder. That's our joke.
He sure does.
But, for a big kid, he does move.
He does.
Well.
Yes.
I remember.
What grade? I don't think you mentioned.
11th.
11th
junior.
grade.
Yeah.
Coming back in junior. Next.
Wow.
My name's David Morosco. I'm 11th grade, and I'll be wrestling 152 this year.
Wrestle last year?
Yeah.
Varsity?
Towards a little bit mixed.
What weight last year?
About 145, 152.
So you're moving up one, or about the same?
About the same.
About the same? Okay, good. Next. I remember him, too.
My name's Colin Dees. I'm a junior, and I certified at 113.
Now, let's hear what he just said. I certified at 113. That means I'm trying to get there, maybe wrestle 120, but I certified at 113.
Which is my first question on this certified. First of all,
that means he can't go any lower.
Number one, is there a set date when you have to do that?
Coach?
Technically, yes. Yeah, before sectional tournament.
Yeah, before sectional tournament,
you can't compete until you certify. So.
Right.
I see. Okay, and then the second thing is, are you locked in there?
Well, he's locked into certifying at 113 means he can't go any lower.
But he can
go up, but he can't come back down once he goes up.
But he can't go 2 weight classes up either, too.
Yeah, right. He can only go up
one class up. Okay.
Yeah. And
thanks, Coach.
And this young man wrestled 106 last year and the year before.
103 the year before.
Well, you were the lightest.
Yeah.
For the last 2 years, very successful too, right?
Yeah.
State qualifier.
I was a state qualifier last year.
But, So hopefully this year, certifying at what do you weigh right now? What did you weigh in? You weighed in tonight.
115.0.
There, you're there. You're good. That's real good.
Yep.
Just don't eat tonight. No, go ahead. Eat a salad. Eat a salad.
Brady Toth, freshman, and I'm wrestling 106.
Brady Toth. That sounds like a wrestler, doesn't it?
Yes,
Brady
sure
Toth.
does.
Brady. What? A freshman? You been wrestling youth?
Yeah.
And junior high?
Yeah.
And looking forward to wrestling varsity.
Yes.
Now he's no depth behind him. Just him. Huh?
He's a lone star. Yep.
You better stay healthy, buddy.
I know.
You know, work hard. He'll teach you how to stay healthy. Well, we got to move. I mean, I'm sorry, but we could talk all night, and I'd like to, Coach. I know you're going to have a successful season.
Thanks.
Good luck. I hopefully stay away from the injuries, and we'll see you down the road.
Thank you very much.
Thanks again, Dave.
Gentlemen, you're going to sign the banner there, please. And we'd like to remind all our wrestlers that whoever's a state qualifier, we've been doing this now for several years, really. They're going to come back here to Cleats on January the 19th this year. 2013. All of our state qualifiers, we're going to talk about how they got there and the matches prior to that and what they're looking forward to the week after at the state meet. So you know that a bunch of these kids that we're saying hello to tonight are going to be back on January 19th.
Okay, moving right along. We're almost right on schedule. And next on the docket here is Kirtland High School, along with their coach, Scott Francis. Scott, thanks for bringing your boys by.
Oh, thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about what you expect this season, what you got coming up, and let's talk first of all about the numbers and how they look.
Numbers are looking pretty good this year for us. We're looking at about 16 guys out. I think the only weight class we're not going to fill, which is strange for us, is heavyweight, where we've had a lot of success over the years.
Really?
But I mean, you look at the football team who's having a great year this year. I looked at their roster. They got 2 guys over 220. And then I look through our whole high school, and we just don't have the big guys around there in the school. They don't exist.
Now, I don't know if you were listening, but Dave Rowan from Perry was just saying he's got a problem because he's got 2 or 3 heavyweights.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe
he's got some good ones.
He's looking for little
maybe
guys.
You can work a trade.
Make a switch
We might be able to do that. Might have a middleweight for him. So.
There you go. But that's really unusual. Seeing that the football team is enjoying a lot of success, and that's where normally you get your big guys from.
Exactly. And over the years, we've been top heavy. A lot of success with our heavier weights, but past few years it's kind of moved down, and our lighter weights are doing very well for us.
That's the way it goes. It goes in cycles.
And Coach, this is nothing new for you now with the football team going deep into the postseason. They could be playing at least one more week, possibly 2 more.
Exactly.
So you do get some football players, I'm sure, with your program.
Oh yeah.
But they get that later start, and just some of the listeners have said to me about, well, yeah, but they're playing football, they're in shape, they're this or that. It's a whole different ball game, isn't it?
You can ask Evan Brettreger here.
There we go. Okay, so
he's on the football team, and
me knowing a little bit about it, I'm trying to tell them, I mean, they're in shape, sure they are, and they're grueling and all that, but it's a whole different ball game.
But also, be honest, if the wrestler were to suddenly go out for football, he would have some aches and pains that he wouldn't expect, because just from one sport to another, you do use different muscles.
It's a different being in shape,
Right, exactly.
You're in football shape. You're in wrestling shape.
Yep.
Just like you're in baseball shape,
or basketball.
Or basketball.
Teams that go late.
Or soccer.
Men's got a lot of football players, basketball players on their football team. So,
right. Exactly. So I mean, it's a whole different ball game, and believe me, wrestling is much tougher than all the rest of them.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind, and I've only watched it. I've only watched it.
This young man here will tell you he plays football, and you run track or play. So he'll tell you that when we get around to Brett Rager here, we'll talk to him, and he'll tell us about being in shape and the difference between wrestling and football. Let's go back to Scott, though. Coach, let's talk about the depth, which is always, I know, a concern for you.
Right. Not a lot of depth to the team, but this year, more so than this year's, we've got more experience on our team with guys coming back from last year. We had probably about 4 or 5 guys who put a lot of time into the spring, wrestled. I mean, they did a lot of freestyle. They went out to open mats during the summer. I think it's going to really pay off for them. They put a lot of time into lifting all spring, all summer, and into the fall.
How about your schedule? Let's talk a little bit about your schedule. You're going to start off again this year at Hawken?
No. We haven't been to Hawken for quite a few years now. we got out of that when we had gotten into that D3 Classic that was at Richmond Heights for years.
Right.
And then, that went by the wayside. And we ended up picking up Riverside Rumble, which we're not back at that. We're into the Perry Pin City this year.
Oh, Pin City, okay.
Yeah.
So where are you starting off? Next week, where will you be?
We're not going the first week because that 30th, 31st, I don't even bother trying to squeeze anything in there for reasons we already talked about.
Yeah, really.
I do plan around that. I plan on the team being successful.
So you don't. I mean, my next question to you was going to be, what are you going to do when you don't have any football players? You're just going to go and get with 5 guys,
right?
We don't have to worry about that now,
right? It's not just for my team, but it's also we're wrestling against other teams. It's not fair to them.
Exactly.
A few guys, so I don't put us in that situation. Last year I had to cancel the first meet, and I didn't like having to do that, so I avoided it this year. We'll start off the first week against Wycliffe, just try and meet at home. Then the following week we'll be over. That's
actually the second week of the season.
Exactly. Yeah, the 6th.
The 6th, right? The second weekend.
Yeah. And that we're over at Willoughby for a tournament.
At our Willoughby South tournament, right? The one-day Willoughby South tournament.
Yeah, pool tournament over there.
Right.
That's the great tournament for us to get into because we got guys that, my guys that are with more experience, they're going to see better kids. My guys that don't have as much experience are still guaranteed to get 5 matches in.
Right.
It's not like a double elimination tournament where I might waste 3 points to get my kids 2 matches.
I like to think that I run that tournament, and we
it's a great job.
Thank you. But when we talked about putting together a tournament at South, that's exactly what we talked about. Number one, getting 5 matches in for the day.
Right.
Number 2, getting the competition to where it's pretty level. Right. And let's not have a St. Ed's there. Let's not have too many weekends there.
Right.
And last but not least, let's get in and get out.
Right.
And it gives you a chance to work the whole day and then have the rest of the time with your families.
Exactly. And plus, kids coming in there wrestling the first time, their parents are there as spectators first time, and it doesn't leave, taste in their mouth where they might be showing up and you got a delay to start the tournament, or they're there for 2 days.
And I think the way we run it's pretty much, it moves along pretty well.
Exactly. And that's what you want to have, especially early in the season like that.
Right. So I appreciate that. And then later on in the season, more tournaments or
beginning of January, we're Pin City. 2 weeks after that, we go down to Wayne County, Northwestern High School, which are teams from the southern part of our district. And there's some really good teams down in Wayne County. Waynedale's not there, but Northwestern's there. Yeah. A lot of teams out of that conference show up there.
Triway.
No, not Hillsdale's over there.
Hillsdale.
Loudonville shows up.
All those lower teams.
Yeah, Loudonville's got a real nice team. And we see some schools that we don't see during the year, but we're going to see at districts.
And wrestling, again, I assume you're Division III again, right?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll be D3 for quite a while. Okay. But most of the tournaments we go to, I forgot over Christmas break we're at Lorraine. So we get out to a lot of tournaments where it's D1, D2 teams.
Right.
So that when we show up at our sectional, we're used to seeing different style of wrestling than what we see at our section.
All right, we're going to say hello to all the boys that you brought over here today. We'll start down on that end.
We got one football player. Anybody else playing football?
Nope.
All right, we just want to congratulate you. Really, it's been an outstanding season. It's not over yet, so good luck this Saturday, too.
Give us your name and the year you are in school and the weight class you're planning on going.
I'm Mike Calvert. I'm a sophomore in high school, and I plan on wrestling 120 during the season.
Plan on it? Did you?
Well, I'm bouncing back between 120 and 126 with this guy.
So whoever wins the wrestle-off goes. No?
More of a weight thing.
Oh, okay.
Whoever makes the weight first.
Did you wrestle last year?
I wrestled 120 last year.
120. Okay, great. Next.
My name is Rocky Calvert. I'm a senior, and I plan on wrestling 170.
And you wrestled last year at?
170.
170?
Mm-hmm.
No weight room or what, Coach?
They got more muscle here, less fat.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, so that works out good then. Okay, good luck to you next.
That's another wrestling name, Rocky Calvert. Oh,
yeah. Now wrestling Rocky.
There you go.
Good.
I'm Evan Francis. I'm a sophomore, and I'm going to wrestle 126.
Evan Francis. That name sounds familiar. Yeah. sophomore.
the coach?
Huh?
Sophomore.
Yeah, okay.
What 126? Good. And you were pretty successful as a freshman last year, weren't you?
Yeah, I like to think so.
Yeah. Did you make district tournament? Right.
Yeah.
Districts, yeah.
Yeah. And one match from going, I think, wasn't he? Or?
One match from placing. He went to.
Yeah. I remember.
It was one match from placing, so.
Maybe this year, bud.
Yeah.
Work hard.
I'm Evan Bretttrager. I'm a senior, and I plan on wrestling 182.
This guy, it seems like he's been around for years and years, you know.
But there was another
He
one, too.
started as a freshman, and his brother was there, and now.
What are
you going to do without the Traegers?
I don't know.
8 years.
Got to figure out something. They got to get some
Got a
kids
cousin
coming
or
back.
something that wants to move over here. And let's talk real quick about football, and this year, could we beat this team next week?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You've seen them on film, right?
Yeah, as long as we play our game like we are able to.
You scared the heck out of us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm watching the Mentor game on TV, and I'm watching the scores at the bottom, and Kirtland's done 27-0, or what was it? 24-0. 24-0. And I go, they're done. 24-14, 24-21. What the heck's going on? All of a sudden, you guys came back. What happened? You fall asleep in the first half?
We came out and we just didn't perform. We did not play our game the first half.
Like Beechwood?
Yes, just like Beechwood.
I know, because I was at the Beechwood game.
Yeah,
and I came to watch the Beechwood game because I went to school at Kakura, and his son plays, and I'm thinking, this is the state champs? I mean, and they're playing Beechwood, and man, that wasn't a state championship performance.
It's we had some bad playing.
Yeah,
but
you woke up in the second half.
Came out second half and played like we know how to, and that's the result.
Well, okay, we're back to wrestling, and I know you'll do a good job in wrestling this year.
Thank you.
You do it every year. So next, good luck to you.
My name's Peter Jenke.
Both ways.
113, and I'm a sophomore.
Now, that was your 6-pounder last year.
Yeah, so it's my 6-pounder.
And we're moving up one weight class. Huh, big guy?
Yeah.
A lot of weight training, huh?
He lifted all summer with us and in the fall also, so he's put a lot of time in the weight room.
Well, time flies by, and we're 2 minutes over or 1 minute over, and we appreciate you guys coming by and saying hello. And Coach, thanks a lot, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
And good luck to you guys. I'm sure I'll see you during the year. Take it easy. Thanks again, Coach.
And again, Kirtland wrestlers, you're going to be invited back. Qualifiers will be right here on our show, right here from Cleats in a couple of months. January the 19th is the date for that show, and that's always a great show because not only are we featuring wrestling exclusively, but we're featuring those guys who are a step away from being a state champ because they've qualified to go to Columbus. So mark that down. That's January the 19th. All area state qualifiers will be back here at Cleats. I'd like to remind you, we are at Cleats Tonight Live, so if you got in the area, stop on by. Great specials as always. Monday Night Football coming up in just a little while. Basketball and some screens, so we got it all. And if you're a high school wrestling fan, this is where you want to be tonight, right here.
Okay, now in front of us, the South Rebels, and coached by somebody that I've known for a long time, my son.
Yeah,
and,
a while.
And it's not like I don't know the answers to these questions. But how's your team look this year?
I like the way our team's looking right now. We got great numbers. We're up to 54 wrestlers in the program. They're working real hard. And last year we had some maybe issues with our work ethic and determination. I think the guys sitting in front of you have really picked up their game. And these 6 seniors, last year we had 0 seniors on the team, and we just lacked a little bit of leadership. And these guys in front of us here have really picked up their game and been great examples for all the other kids, and I like the way we're working right now.
Quit stealing my thunder, because that was my next question. My next question was, last year you had no seniors. And is it different this year with a bunch of veterans in the room?
It is. It's been a tremendous difference. I can't even begin to explain how much better our practices have been, how the work ethic is just really gone to a whole new level. And I think it's, these guys in front of you have grown and matured through the program as people, as young men, and they're really establishing groundwork of how you want to work towards a goal to achieve something.
It helps your younger guys a lot. For these guys, it's an example for those younger guys is really, really important.
No question, and they're doing a fantastic job, and I'm really excited with the direction that we're going right now.
Well, then, all right, let's talk a little bit about how the team's going to how the team's going to shape up. You got 6 seniors. Are they all going to start? Are they? You got juniors. You got.
They better say they're all going to start.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have wrestling-offs coming up, and this year being such a big turnout for our program, we're actually going to a inter-squad tournament, if you'd call it that, and we're just going to run like a one-day inter-squad little tournament type of atmosphere to handle the wrestle-offs. And obviously these guys have been in the program the longest, and they all have upper hand. But with the levels of how we're working in the room, everyone wants to be a starter, and everyone's working hard to be a starter. So will they all be? I feel confident.
So my next question is, you got a lot of nice young kids coming up.
I think we have some talented young kids, yeah, and as long as they towards something, that's only going to benefit us. But again, these guys have put in a lot of hard work too, so it'll be interesting, to see what happens.
Well, I know the way you schedule, and with the varsity schedule and the B schedule, that could only help you also, because even if they don't make that varsity starting lineup, they're going to be able to compete at a tournament or at a quad or whatever.
That's part of the reason why we established that varsity B schedule, just to give ourselves some more flexibility and make sure that guys that have put in the work that might be seniors, maybe they fall a little short, they still have an opportunity to compete, because that competition level is going to help them work to break into lineup. Just because someone doesn't win the first wrestle-off doesn't mean that they're out of a lineup for the rest of the season. This is just one time frame, for one event.
Well, if you're going to run a program, we've talked about this before. If you're going to run a program, it's always good to run it like the best program. And arguably, there's no argument. St. Ed's is the best program, and they've done it for as long as when I was coaching. They had a B schedule, and the advantage of having that B schedule is that kid's ready to step in in case something happens to the guy in front of him.
Well, I like the concept too of it might not be our varsity team, but it's still a varsity experience. So our kids that typically go to all JV events, it's a one-day tournament and things like that. They're going to the Hawken tournament to start out the season. It's a Friday, Saturday tournament. They have to make weight twice. They get the finals experience. They get all of those varsity tournament experiences, even though they're not necessarily on our varsity roster.
Correct. Go ahead.
And again, not my sport, but other sports have been, and it's one thing to be a backup at whatever you're playing, baseball, football, basketball, but just be a backup at practice, and then your number's called, somebody gets hurt, you go in there, than to be someone who's been participating as a backup with the competition and now has to step up. To me, it's a huge advantage.
Right. We try to build as much of a competitive atmosphere in our room as well, so that they are getting that even in the room. But again, there's some differences and there's some challenges in having such a big number. It's not something you have every year like this, but I welcome it.
And also it's more of a part of the team. Let's tell it like it is. They know they may be a backup this week, but like you say, maybe next week or 2 weeks down the line, a big tournament, they're out there. It's family unity. You can't beat it. It gives you great camaraderie in and out of the room.
That's what we try to establish. We try and make these guys like a family, And
well, you've done that. You've done that over the years, and that's why South Wrestling is where it is today. So hats off to you, Coach. Believe me.
Well, we're gonna go to a short break and come back and then talk to the seniors that you brought here tonight.
Excellent.
Well, we are at that time, top of the hour, but we've got a full hour left to go with lots more schools coming your way. So come on down. When we come back, it'll be the Rebels of Willoughby South talking to the wrestlers here on Mondays with Malta. So stay with us on AM 1330, WELW, and WELW.com.
Catch Customer Appreciation Bargain Mondays at all Atlas Cinemas in Menor, Euclid, and Elyria. Standard movies are only $5 every Monday. And Atlas Cinemas Lakeshore in Euclid is the only East Side theater to have XXDXP. You'll experience extreme digital XL presentation, 60 feet of high-definition DLP digital presentation, and at over 60 feet wide, it's the largest digital screen in the Cleveland market. Total surround sound. See it, hear it, feel it. Atlas Cinemas, home for Extreme Digital XL. Enjoy the premiere presentation.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Marshall, host of Healthline. Join me live and hear the latest creation for you and your family. Quantum Digest is on special, the Lexus of digestants. It's the most purified USP plant enzymes. No matter what you eat, it has the power to support that digestion. Buy 2 bottles, get a third one free. Call 800-370-3447. Experience nutrition that really works.
Catch Healthline with Dr. Bob Marshall weekdays at 5:30, Saturdays at 4 on WELW.
Hi, this is Ellen Foley Kessler. One of the most significant problems facing homeowners today is finding reliable people to take care of normal maintenance and repairs that are part of home ownership. You don't know who to call, who you can trust, or if they'll even show up. And if they do, will they know how to fix your problem? Wouldn't you like to have your own trusted and reliable contractor helping you with all of your reoccurring maintenance, repairs, and those small nagging projects around the home? You can with One Man and a Hammer's Home Asset Management Service. They'll be your own personal partner to maintain and enhance the value of your home while assisting you with the plan for general everyday maintenance as well as your long-term goals. This program will keep your biggest investment, your home, free of those nagging maintenance issues and concerns. To learn more about One Man and a Hammer's Home Asset Management Program and the reliability, integrity, and quality you and your home deserve, call One Man and a Hammer at 440-974-7978 or visit onemanandahammer.com.
Now available on your cell phone at tunein.com. WELW, Willoughby, Eastlake, Cleveland.
Catch the spirit of the season, a joyous Christmas celebration with music performed by the Cleveland Pops Orchestra on Sunday, November 25th for a 2 p.m. performance at Playhouse Square Palace Theater. Arrive early to enjoy family activities in the lobby and then be musically transported to an afternoon of holiday delight, including selections from Polar Express, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, We Need a Little Christmas, A Festival of Hanukkah, selections from The Nutcracker, The Grinch Song, Silent Night, White Christmas, Sleigh Ride, plus traditional Christmas carols and a carol sing-along for everyone to enjoy. Join Carl Topolo matched with the powerful combination of your Cleveland Pops Orchestra and glorious sounds of the Cleveland Pops Chorus in this holiday performance. Bring family and loved ones, relive cherished memories, and create new ones. Sunday, November 25th, 2 p.m. at Playhouse Square Palace Theater. A joyous Christmas celebration is sponsored by Wells Fargo Advisors. For tickets, call 216-241-6000 or toll free 866-546-1353.
To quench your thirst, there's nothing like pure, cooling spring water. Sunrise Springs Water Company derives their water in the heart of Geauga County. But they're more than just water. From the same company you know for great water, they also provide water softener, salt, filters, and all water treatment services, including delivery, installation, and maintenance. Visit Sunrise Springs Water Company at sunrisespringswater.com or call 440-564-9043. Find them on Facebook and Twitter. Sunrise Springs Water Company. More than just water.
Welcome back, everybody. Ray Milovic with you here as we have another live show from Cleats. Mondays with Malta. Charlie's kind of the leader D tonight, bringing up all our wrestlers and coaches, and sitting next to me, as always, at least twice a year, doing this preview show. And then our show, we come back with the state qualifiers, which we mentioned is this year, January the 19th. Long-time coach and long-time
February
official,
19th.
Guy Trinetti Sr. Is it? Charlie told me January.
February.
Got to be February, right? We got it. Thank you. See, he doesn't know. He's a football broadcaster. He's not into wrestling. Anyway, tonight's program brought to you in part by D&W Goods, by Pepco, by Clemens Construction, Matrix Tool and Machine, Menor Family Foods, and as Charlie mentioned, all kind of thanksgiving specials for this big day coming up Thursday. A double big day for me. Thanksgiving and my birthday falls right on Turkey Day this year.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Forenza Stone and, of course, Kramer Printing. And don't forget, you can listen to the programs and all the football broadcasts and the wrestling shows on www.WELW.com.
WELW.com. And Facebook, yeah, we're all over the place now. Mondays with Malta and Ray Malavic. That's the Facebook address. You can get also information on mondayswithmalta.tumblr.com, and that's TUMBLR. And Twitter. See, I don't even know what these things are, but we're on it.
You're a tweet.
We're on it, and that's Twitter at Malta on Monday. So, wow, used to be just kind of get us in on AM 1330. Now it's all over the place.
Can we go back to the important stuff?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, good. All right. All right, so again, we're back with the Rebel Wrestling team in front of me. Real quick before we go to the boys, let's talk a little bit about your schedule.
We open up at Solon, which is a very challenging tournament to open up the year. It gives the kids a great gauge, where they're at. And we wrestle some more tournaments throughout December, hit some more dual meet type atmospheres in January, and then make that late surge into February, And
let's throw a little plug in about December 15th.
Oh, we're hosting a Rebel Invitational tournament for I think it's our fifth year. Fifth year, yeah. The Rebel Invitational. So we'll have 11 teams in our gym, which is always nice to host a tournament and keep the kids in our own building and see their friends come in to watch them compete instead of always going somewhere else. So it'll be fun.
Yeah. And we got accolades from the Scott Francis, the Kirtland coach, who appreciates the tournament a lot. And I'm sure
you're looking for it's all because of you and how you run the tournament.
I didn't say that, did I?
He's your son.
Hey, I've known you for a long time.
He's known you for a long time.
But he's right. Anyway, all right, let's go down to Corey down there. Corey Noble, wake up, Corey. Corey, did I wake you up? No. Everything okay?
Yeah.
All right, give us your name, what year you are in school. Oh, you're all seniors, so all these guys are seniors, and your weight class.
Hi, I'm Corey Noble. I'll be wrestling 182 this year.
Up from 171 last year,
yeah.
Huh? And any specific goals for this year?
To be the best that I can.
There you go. Next.
Hi, I'm Joe Desai.
Joe.
I'm going for 132.
132?
Yeah.
Did you you wrestled what weight last year?
120.
120. So you're up a couple weight classes.
Yeah.
Weight room?
Yeah. I feel good at this weight. I think I can really do good and be my best.
Okay, I was talking to a couple guys from Perry, and two of those guys went up 3 weight classes. So, guys grow, and that's the way it is, and good luck to you. Next.
Curtis Moorhead, wrestling 170. 60 last year.
60 last year? Up weight room? Football player, right?
No, baseball and wrestling.
No football. Football next. Next.
PJ Spiegel, 195.
195. You played on the football team. Mm-hmm. You're up from last year?
Yeah. Well, I had a bunch of nagging injuries last year, but I would have been wrestling 160, so around there.
Now, Curtis, you play baseball and that's it, just baseball. No football, no soccer, nothing else. And you're football, wrestling, and anything else?
No, that's it.
That's it. Okay, and you're looking to go
195.
195. Mm-hmm. Good luck to you, bud.
Thank you.
Next.
Dominic Ginta, heavyweight.
Nice football year this year.
Thank you.
Did a nice job at center. Real nice.
Yeah, thank you.
And that we should say congratulations to the Rebels also. They
made a great year for area football. They made the playoffs. Not just those that are still playing, but those that had just great years and made it into the playoffs.
Right. I mean, we had a lot of Lake County teams, correct?
More than I can recall in many years.
What weight class you plan on going?
Heavyweight.
Heavyweight?
Yeah.
You were a 220-pounder last year.
220 last year, put on some size over the summer. So we're just going to keep staying strong and try to go heavyweight this year.
Lifting and eating and don't have to worry about it. That's good.
It's nice.
Good. All right, good. All right, give it. We're right about at your time, Coach, and a couple last things you want to say. Anything?
No, thanks for having us on, and we look forward to a full year of WELW wrestling coverage.
We're gonna do the North-South match at North this year, correct?
Correct. At North,
and we'll also be at the Kenston Finals. So hopefully we'll see some of your guys at the Kenston Finals.
I would like that
because you are at Kenston.
We
correct?
are. Yes.
And what else are we doing? and that's about it where we'll see you. So good luck to you, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you as the year goes on.
And
What's up?
February 19th, any district qualifiers, state qualifiers will be back with us.
That would be district qualifier. Yeah.
But it is February 19th.
It's February 19th. Okay, good luck to you guys.
All right,
good
thank
luck,
you.
South.
Shout out for me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to shout out for Charlie to the Porters, Russ and Kathy Porter. Charlie Malta says hello, and I'm telling you, Russ, get your kid's hair cut.
Sign the banner, fellas, please, before you leave. Sign the banner over on the wall. Great.
Well, next we're going to bring up Lake Catholic.
Okay, the Cougars are next for our next segment. Come on up, Lake Catholic. Another team that did very well again in the football season. Stumbled a little bit in the beginning with some injuries, but then came on awful strong, and kind of a rare treat for the wrestling coach to have a full weight room of guys with the team, not involved in late playoff like normally they are.
Oh, Lake?
Yeah. It's a little bit of an oddity.
Well, you would think, by looking at the guys that he brought, that they would be in the playoffs. Because there is not a guy over 130 pounds here, I don't think, right?
We brought our lighter contingent.
Well, that's good, though. I like to talk.
It wasn't planned that way. That's how it worked out.
Barry's looking for some of these little guys, right?
Yeah, Barry's willing to make a trade.
That's
no.
right.
They have heavyweights.
Two heavies for one little guy.
Yeah, they're willing
we'll
to give
have to
up.
talk to Coach Rowan afterwards and see what we can do.
If you need any big guys, Coach Jimmy Ayers with the Lake Catholic Cougars brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys here. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Talk a little bit about your team this year, numbers, and how we're looking.
Numbers-wise, we've got about 25 guys on the team. I'd love to have some more guys, but the guys that we have we're excited about. We have some great returners that are coming back with experience at states and district level, and we have our largest class is actually our freshman class. So, that's kind of exciting just to see that a good group of young guys coming in.
How many freshmen in your room?
9.
9 guys, huh?
Yeah.
9 freshmen. That's good. Out of 25.
You have 9 out of 25. We only have about 4 seniors on the team in general. Most of we have a lot of juniors, a good sophomore class too. So
well, your team last year was pretty well balanced as far as seniors, sophomores, and juniors.
Yeah,
did you graduate a lot of guys?
We graduated. Our 2 senior captains, were probably the most impactful on our team. But I would say it was Sean Fee and Hyle Squire, who was our 170-pounder.
Right.
But it wasn't a big class either. There was maybe only 5 or 6 guys in that class. We had last year we started quite a few amount of freshmen and sophomores.
How many returners? Let's talk a little bit about the returners you got coming back. Starters.
I would say we probably have 11 returning starters.
And out of a pretty good team.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, you guys.
Yeah, we were 8th in state
deep.
last year.
How many?
8th in state last year, 4 placers.
How many? 5 qualifiers?
4
qualifiers, and they all placed.
Correct.
So, that's pretty good numbers and pretty good show. And how many of those guys are back? 3. And 3 of those guys. So only Fee is the only one.
Yeah, Sean is the only one. He's wrestling at West Virginia now.
Oh, he went to West Virginia, huh?
Yep.
And how about Squire? Did he?
Hyle is wrestling at Mount Union.
At Mount Union. Good.
Yep.
Good. Let's talk a little bit about your schedule. Where you start, where we go.
Yeah, we always kind of. I like to pride ourselves on wrestling a pretty competitive schedule. We want to try to get the guys as prepared as we can for the end of the year. So we'll start out at Solon, which is, there's a lot of teams here tonight that'll be there.
I'll be there.
The second week, we do have 3 of our guys that are going to compete in the Ironman this year. Our 3 returning state placers are going to wrestle at Walsh in the Ironman tournament, and the remainder of our team is going to go down to Olentangy and wrestle in a tournament down there for Olentangy Liberty High School.
Now, is that a tournament or a dual meet tournament?
It's a pool tournament. It's like a one-day, 2-point event.
Yeah.
So then from there, we'll get into a couple duels where we'll wrestle Riverside and North, and then we have a big duel against Mentor right before Christmas. It's the Friday before Christmas.
That's the 21st.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, that night we'll be there to broadcast that. So
okay, great.
Let Sam know, and we'll be there to broadcast the Mentor match.
Yeah. I mean, it was such an exciting match last year. It was at Mentor.
Yeah, we
great
did it
competition. You guys were there.
Yeah.
It came down to the last match, and I think everyone that I've talked to that was at that match was just excited of what a great match it was. On both sides there was ebbs and flows for each team, and it actually ended up coming down and tied.
That's right.
It was a tied match. We won on criteria,
right.
But it was just an exciting night for wrestling fans.
I remember that nobody knew who won.
I didn't know. I didn't know either, and it was just it was one of those things. There's so much excitement in that moment that you just kind of get wrapped up in it, and so we're looking forward to it. It's our alumni night. Wrestling Mentor is great just for the community, being kind of a crosstown rival. I think that's fun and exciting, and it's right before Christmas, so hopefully a lot of people will be in town for it. So we're going to really try to showcase that match.
Yeah, that should fill that gym.
Yeah,
I would think. I mean, if there's going to be a match that you wrestle, dual meet wise, that's going to be one that fills the gym. We haven't talked to Mentor yet, but Mentor's Mentor, and they're going to have a very competitive team, and it should be a heck of it should be another good one like it was last year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm excited about it, just talking about it now. So
let's talk a little bit about the Cook Invitational, just to give you a little plug about that. Who's there and what's going on?
This year,
that's Jimmy Cook.
Yeah, Jimmy Cook. He was a former wrestler for Lake who passed away, and now we hold a dual meet competition kind of in his honor. And there's also a scholarship fund attributed to in his that we use to kind of raise money for our school. But
I know that you guys are there. Uniontown Lake.
Us, Uniontown Lake. Brecksville will be there. Crestwood's going to be there this year.
Oh, really?
And University School will be there. So there'll be 5 teams. Each team will wrestle each other in a duel.
Oh, so we're not going on. We're going to have 5 teams.
Yep.
Yeah, because in the past.
Yeah, it's kind of fluctuated. It's been all the way up to 8. It's been down to, I think there was 4 one year. Then there's been 6, 7 in the middle. Last year we did 5, and it worked out well. Just getting everybody 4 matches, in a pretty good
so it'll be
time.
Sort of like a round robin tournament.
Exactly.
Everybody wrestling each other.
That's right.
And one team sitting out.
One team will be on a bye, in each round.
Yeah, it's always a very competitive, competitive day and a good wrestling event to go to. It's a one-day thing, and you're sitting there and you're seeing a bunch of wrestlers that Uniontown Lake we don't see much of, and and now Crestwood we don't see much of them.
Yeah, I mean
also.
Uniontown Lake's always a perennial team that has a lot of great individuals. Division I. I think Brecksville this year, on some of the rankings, if you look at them, they're ranked 2nd in the state in Division I, so they have a great group coming back. Crestwood, the last couple of years, has done really well at states, and they have a solid team.
There'll be some pretty tough wrestling there that day.
I'd like to, think we have a really good competitive team, and then you throw University Schools in there who always has some good individuals. It'll be a good day with some good competition.
Great. You have anything to ask Coach Ayers here from?
No, just that, as they say, a little bit of rare event for you in that you don't have your football team still participating.
Right.
It gave you a head start, so to speak, on the wrestling season.
Yeah, I was talking to...
Bittersweet, I guess.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Capel earlier. I mean, Mentor's just been playing amazing lately, and it's exciting that they're having their success, but it's kind of a double-edged sword. I mean, you'd love to have your football players in and competing and wrestling and practicing and getting better, but at the same time, I mean, you really want your school to be successful in athletics, and if that means a football team, taking your wrestlers away for a couple weeks and working towards the state championship. I mean, that's the key. That's the most important part of it. What we're trying to do here as high school coaches. And
there's nothing worse than you were in it as long as I have. When the wrestling coach and the football coach are, you don't wrestle because you're going to lose weight and all that malarkeys. We were going back to what you asked about the weight. Everything is structured now, and a kid cannot go lower than 7% of his body fat.
If you're at 7% body fat, that's with the way you're wrestling. I mean, that's
so it is what it is.
That's right, and you go with it.
And don't tell me that heavyweight, if he goes down to 220, 235. He's not going to be 235 in 2 weeks after wrestling anyhow. Yeah, right?
No. I mean, I've seen heavyweights that they can bounce back pretty quickly.
They do a pretty nice job of this table.
A couple good
three
meals.
nights in a row.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't think we have we have time. All right, here we go. We're going to talk to some of the kids now and see what. Give us your name, your weight, your grade in school, and what weight class you're going to go this year.
Liam Monahan. I wrestle 106, and I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore. Last year on the varsity or JV?
I was JV last year.
JV last year? Looking forward to varsity this year, huh?
I'm hoping so, yeah.
Good. Next. I know this guy.
I'm Anthony Tutelo. I'm a junior this year, and
weight class?
120 or 126.
And you went someplace special this summer?
Excuse me, what'd you say?
Did you go someplace special this summer to wrestle?
I went to.
I got a note from Charlie.
Yeah, I went to California this summer to wrestle in a dual tournament down there.
Out there?
Yeah, all the way down in California.
So. Wow. Did you fly there? I don't know.
Yeah, we it was a bunch of all-state finalists flew out there from Ohio to wrestle.
To go wrestle. So you flew out there in good competition?
Yeah, it was really good competition down there. It was all state finalists, basically.
Anybody from this area? Any other guys from this area?
More towards guys from Lexington and stuff from out that way. It's not
guys from Ohio.
Yeah.
Other guys from Ohio.
Yeah, all guys from Ohio. We were on a dual team together. So.
Oh, so everybody went out together.
Yeah, it was just a finalist from Ohio.
Oh, and obviously you saw guys you didn't see. How'd you do out there?
I went 7-1. I lost in overtime to California state champ.
Really? Wow, that's great.
In overtime.
In overtime, yeah. Did it go all the way in overtime, or what happened?
We were wrestling, and then it was just 5 seconds left, and we were in a big scramble, and he ended up on top. So
it was in the tiebreaker or in the first period?
It was in the first period
in the overtime.
Yeah.
And he was from where?
California.
California?
Yeah.
Wow. Nice job. Talk a little bit about last year's state championship match. Let me go ahead and say that you wrestled the #1 kid in the country, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and let's talk a little bit about the match. I mean, I was there, I saw it, but go ahead.
I mean, it was pretty exciting being down there for the first time and everything. And I knew I had to face a great competitor, but I just went out there and I didn't care who he was or anything, just wrestled my match. So,
and you did a heck of a job. I mean, it was a good match. I mean, and he was a junior?
Yeah.
He's back. I mean, I think it was in Anthony's match, that was the first takedown Tomasello had given up in 2 months.
Yeah.
I mean, since Ironman. So, I think Anthony wrestled hard, and, I think it was a great competition.
It was a state championship match, and one of the greatest, if not the greatest state in wrestling. I mean, what are you going to do? Right. And you were there as a freshman.
Sophomore.
Yeah. What weight are you going to go this year?
I'll be 120 or 126.
Did we certify yet?
Wednesday.
Oh, you're certified Wednesday.
Yeah.
So you're going to make that decision based on your certification, or?
Yeah, based on the certification, I'll decide where I'm going to fall.
Good. So. Okay, next. Good job, Anthony.
I'm Anthony Brew. I'm a senior, and I'm planning on going either 120 or 126. We'll see after certification.
Okay. In the room, how's your depth at all these weight classes?
There's certain weights where we have 2 or 3 guys. There's other weights where we're trying to figure out which guy we're going to get to that weight. So I would love there just to be 14 starters and 14 backups, but that's a perfect world. So there might be a little shuffling around here and there, but a lot of it too is we'll kind of see what spills out after certification when we really get a clearer picture of what weights guys can go or can't go and
where they're
what
going
point
and what
they
they're
can
doing.
Do it. So
okay, good. Next. I know this guy.
I'm Brad Taden. I'm wrestling 113, and I'm a junior.
You're going to stay at 13, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
Brad was 106 last year.
Oh, I know, but he was a pretty big 6-pounder last year, wasn't he?
I thought he was the smallest 6-pounder in the state.
I come from a short family, so I really don't grow that much.
And you won't have a problem certifying at 13. He's good, huh?
Yeah, we're pretty confident that it shouldn't be that much of an issue.
He looks.
We keep him locked in the basement.
He looks pretty chunky in the face, you know. He's got some, but good luck to you. And he was
eighth in the state last year.
State place winner last year. Very good job. Nice job.
Thank you.
And you're a junior this year?
Yes.
Good job. Good luck to you. Next.
I'm Jeff King. I'm a sophomore, and I'm planning on wrestling 132 or.
We're gone?
We're back.
Okay, we're back. I'm sorry, we got cut out there. What'd you say? Start over again. Hold on one second. We got mic problems.
He broke it, Jeff.
There you go. He squeezed it so hard, Coach. Just broke. Go ahead.
I'm Jeff King. I'm a sophomore, and I'm going to wrestle 132 or 138.
Now, did you wrestle last year?
Yeah.
Okay. At what weight?
120.
Yeah. And there was another King, wasn't there?
He had an older brother, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Who graduated a couple years ago. He's playing football now at John Carroll.
Yeah. So, as a sophomore, you're going to go 32. Good luck to you. What do you think? What's your goals this year?
Probably 38.
What's your goals? What are your wrestling goals this year?
At least make it down to states and place.
Good. It's always.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff, he was a sectional champ for us last year.
Won a couple
matches at districts. So
good.
I think he's got a bright future as long as he listens. That's
Got to listen to Coach. He knows it all. He'll tell you. He's told me
the only person that knows more than
me that many times on the mat.
The only person that knows more than me that I hear it every day is my wife. So
there you go. Well, Coach, it's about that time. We got to move on, and we appreciate you coming, and we appreciate the guys that you brought. I'm sure that Lake Catholic is in the cards to have a real good year this year, and we'll see you a couple times. We'll see you. For sure at the Cook.
And at Menor.
And the Menor, we'll be doing the Menor match on the radio.
Awesome. Yeah, I look forward to it. So thanks, guys. Thanks for having us. Thanks for doing this whole night. It's great.
Thank you.
Good luck. Don't forget, sign the banner for us, please. Go
Good luck.
over by the wall there.
We did.
Yep, don't forget, we finally got all our information straight, Charlie. You gave us the wrong date. It's February the 19th, not January, so we don't want them to come up. Yeah, we don't want them to come up a whole month ahead of time and say, where are them state qualifiers at? Charlie said January. No, February the 19th. A lot of these young men you're hearing from tonight and a lot of others that aren't here tonight will be a part of that show in February as they get ready to go. Those are all the district qualifiers that we'll have here at Cleats. And, of course, Guy Trinetti Sr. will be running the business there that night, too. And right now we move around to our next group of wrestlers, and we're going to meet the coach, and then right after the break we'll come back and meet the wrestlers, and we're talking about the Riverside Beavers.
Coach Scott Blank and Riverside. Coach, glad you guys can make it tonight, and let's talk a little bit about your team. Talk to us about the numbers and what we got going, and
well, we had to start early. Our school pay-to-play fees were kind of crazy, and so that was kind of a whole new ball game for me.
Wow.
But we were able to right now sustain 24 wrestlers on a team, which it was a lot of tough work. I got 24 dedicated kids this season that really want to wrestle. So
I don't want to interrupt you, but let's talk a little bit about that. Let's get serious and talk a little bit about the fees. You guys couldn't pass a levy, and what's the whole situation? I mean, they have to pay to play,
right?
And it costs.
We're not flat across the board. We're all athletics just pay across. What they did is they looked at every single from cheerleading, band, wrestling, basketball,
all extracurriculars,
right? And they basically said this is what it costs to run that program, and that's what basically the kids are going to have to come up and pay those fees. That's
okay. Think in that way of thinking. What happens if you got 65 guys on the team?
Your fees
adjust.
Your fees adjust, and your pay to play goes down. Because you have more kids paying to participate.
That's what I'm talking about.
So the hard part is just it's you don't know for sure. We didn't know what the final payment was going to be, and all it takes is one kid to quit. before that final payment, and then it has to be readjusted, or vice versa. If I can get more kids to come out, then my fees could go down for the kids. But my wrestling club worked real hard. We did a lot of fundraising. We had a lot of local companies help us out. I had one local company here in Mentor sponsor one kid individually, actually 2 kids individually, to pay for their fees because they just couldn't afford it. So that helped out also. So a lot of good people, a lot of hard work.
Obviously, it doesn't help your program. Okay, how bad did it hurt it?
Well, 7th, 8th grade, we do not have a 7th, 8th grade program. We had to move over to Lake Erie and kind of go off-site on that. My numbers are going down.
Are they going to run a club schedule or?
Basically a club schedule, yes. And the wrestling club and myself, we thought ahead, and we already had that set up in case we couldn't field a team, and so that's definitely what's happening now. And the numbers, you can just see them decreasing. We only have 3 9th graders out right now, and you can just see what's to come.
Now, the club schedule, are you allowed to participate in an OHSAA event?
Not a high school club.
But junior high kids.
Well, junior high, let's say the junior high state tournament, that is not sanctioned by OHSAA, so the club team could participate.
Okay, but you couldn't go to like a Hobart tournament.
Right. Well, it's kind of, if it's invitational and it's between, there's a certain date cut off and stuff like that. But basically, these kids will be just wrestling in open tournaments and whatnot throughout the season.
Which it doesn't bode for a real good experience for.
Well, you don't generate that team unity. They're practicing off-site, so there's a lot of issues to look at.
All right, well, we have to go to break. I hate to excuse you, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more, and then have the kids on.
Great.
Hey, once again, you're listening to our wrestling preview show live from Cleats here on just off the freeway on Route 306, Route 2. So come on over. We got another full half hour of wrestling talk. You're listening to it all on AM 1330, WELW, and WELW.com.
Van's Photo by Great Harvest Bread in Mentor is Lake County's only one-stop photo specialty store. Vans and accessories with a free one-on-one tutorial with a camera purchase. Vans prints all sizes and canvas G-clays. They mat and frame your favorite photo, transfer VHS or film to DVD, scan photos to DVD, create posters, photo books, cards, photo gift items, and photo restorations. Vans Photo, building memories together. 440-205-2004 or vansmentor.com.
There's always great savings at the Marshall Ford Lincoln Superstores, and to show their thanks, they're offering 2 great no-money-down leases. Drive a 2013 Focus SE for only $189 a month with automatic and air conditioning, or drive the all-new 2013 Escape for only $269 a month. Visit the all-new Marshall Ford Lincoln Superstore on Mayfield Road and drive with pride. Buy American from your family-owned Marshall Ford Superstore on the Big Corner, Mayfield and I-271. 39-month leases with approved credit. First month plus tax, title, and registration fees due at signing. Security deposit waived.
You still locked in that wireless contract?
You know I am.
Too bad.
Why's that?
Because if you buy 2-month Revel, you get a bonus month free.
Free?
Nationwide, unlimited with no contract. And that phone you just bought?
Yeah?
Revel has the Kyocera Torino for only $29.99.
$29.99?
Yeah, how much you paying?
Switch today to get an entire month free, but it ends soon. Visit your local Revel store or Revel.com. Come, save with us. Limited time offers. Requires 2-month service prepayment. Some terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Why go to the Y? You can challenge yourself, indulge yourself, or have wonderful family fun. YMCA's pool offers Aqua Cardio Challenge, deep water jogging, gym and swim, or Silver Splash for silver sneakers. Let your creativity flow with ballet for adults, creative story time for kids, or cooking magic classes. Get in physical and mental shape with Absolutions, a core workout for abdominals and lower back, yoga, meditation, Pilates, thighs, butts and guts workout, or boot camps for sports and strength conditioning. Programs that build healthy spirit, mind, and body for everyone. Visit LakeCountyYMCA.org.
Great tire rebates are going on now at Confident Car Care and Tire. If you find your car slipping and sliding, now's the time to put traction in action with great rebates on select Goodyear and Cooper tires. With rebates up to $160 as well as 6-month savings cash. Get traction with great rebates, keeping your family safe at one of 3 locations: Menor, Willoughby, and Euclid. Confident Car Care and Tire. Great service is our specialty.
As cold as it gets in Cleveland, some stories will always warm your heart. It comes but once a year. Great Lakes Theater's magical production of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Celebrate the season with Northeast Ohio's favorite holiday tradition. A memorable evening of music and merrymaking at Playhouse Square's magnificent Ohio Theater through December 23rd. Experience the joy of A Christmas Carol. Call 216-241-6000 or visit greatlakestheater.org.
And welcome back, everybody, to Mondays with Malta. Charlie's here, kind of directing traffic tonight for us. I'm Ray Malavic, and, of course, Guy Trinetti Sr., and we're bringing you a lot of young men who are going to be performing on the mat starting about a week from now, and hopefully they're going to be wrestling way into February, early March, because that means they're going all the way to the state. We will have a special program, as we said, on February the 19th for the district qualifiers. So a lot of these guys that you're meeting tonight will be back here at Cleats a couple of months from now. Tonight's program brought to you in part by D&W Goods, Pepco, Clements Construction, Matrix Tool and Machine, Menor Family Foods, Forenza Stone, and Kramer Printing. We got talking right now with the Riverside Beavers. We're going to meet some of the wrestlers, and then we got Menor coming up yet, and some remarks. It's been a great show, but we're not over. So if you're in the area, stop on by. We got a full half hour yet to go. All right, Guy, all yours.
Okay, we were talking about your before we got into the pay to play, which I think is important for everybody to know about. And now that's said and done, let's get that out of the way. Let's talk about your team. Let's talk a little bit about your schedule and how your schedule's put together.
Well, we have like all the other teams in the area here, we wrestle a really strong schedule. We open up with Solon. We've got our Rumble. We wrestle Medina Holiday Tournament. We send the kids down to Top Gun. And then we wrestle Hudson Duels this year. That's a little different. We wrestle Lake Catholic North. We got Madison in the duel, which is always a fun duel for us. Nice rivalry there. I've got my old high school coming out to Riverside. That's Edgewood. And then we wrestle Perry also in a duel. So, but those tournaments, these kids know by the end of the season, where they are going to be.
Yeah, from the schedule that you just mentioned, I mean, there's no slouches. I mean, you start out at Solon. Solon's a pretty tough tournament. It's a great way to gauge, where you stand as far as going into the season is concerned. And then the Rumble's always a nice tournament to be at. And Medina is one of the top holiday tournaments, if not the top holiday tournament. I mean, there's Brecksville, Kenston, and Medina. I mean, those three are the best. And then the Top Gun, of course, is teams from all over the country, let alone the state of Ohio. So, you're surely wrestling good competition, and that's your guys will know where they stand by the middle of the season for sure.
Right.
So, anyway, let's get to each and every wrestler we have here. Give us your year and your of course, your name, your year, and your weight class.
I'm Connor Rigsby. I'm a junior, and I'm wrestling 152.
152? Really?
Yeah.
You hiding some weight somewhere?
What did you wrestle at? What did you wrestle at last year?
132.
And you got 20 pounds heavier?
Yeah.
Really? Seriously?
He's actually pretty thick. That's what we were thinking about.
When you look at him, though, look.
I know.
I thought he was going to say 120.
I was guessing that.
I swear. Right? What? Seriously? Connor, you don't look that big. I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm not.
Go ahead, Connor.
We haven't seen his legs. They got to be huge.
And show me your guns. Come on. Take your shirt off. No, Connor, really, I'm not. You don't look like you're that big, really. You don't. You wrestled what weight last year? 32.
Yeah.
And You put on 20 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
Good job.
A lot of hard work.
A lot of lifting in the summer.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
He did. He spent all summer lifting. He was a district qualifier for me. Won a couple matches at Mentor.
Yeah.
Hard-working kid.
Good. Next.
Me llamo José.
Sí,
170
señor.
libras.
Gracias. Who's this guy?
Yeah,
where did he come from?
I don't know.
I'm the bilingual part of the team.
What? Seriously, now what name?
Jose. I'm going 170 this year.
Jose
Llamas.
Jose Llamas.
Yes, sir.
Si, senor.
I thought I was
Si,
at the
senor.
ballpark.
I thought we were at Captain Stadium. Yeah. Were you a member of the team last year?
Yeah.
Or did you just move in from Mexico or what?
No, I've been here for a while. I went 160 last year.
Yeah. Okay.
Bumping up a weight class.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, he's a good kid. Very smart kid.
Good job. All right, next. I know this guy.
I'm Evan Rosborough. I'm a senior. I'll be wrestling 220 this year.
Again, 220.
195
last year.
Oh, you bulked a little bit, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
You got a special day tomorrow, don't you?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
I'm signing to Lake Erie College. That's definitely pretty exciting. I'm excited.
So it's going to be signed, delivered?
Yep, ready to go. So definitely
now,
pretty excited.
Let me ask you a question. Lake Erie College is obviously in Painesville.
Yeah.
Division 2.
Division 2. I mean, I'm not concerned about the rest.
I do a lot of their announcing.
Why did you pick Lake Erie?
I mean, the coaches have just helped me out a lot throughout the year so far, and I mean, they've been great. I really love the program. I think they're building excellently, and I mean, I just really see good things in their future, and I mean, I'd love to help them achieve those things if I can.
It's unusual that, a kid with his skill and ability, I'm sure, who is recruited by a lot of other schools,
right?
But to stay in his own backyard is pretty unusual, really. I mean,
I think it was a good fit. I think Coach over there is doing a great job. He's just a personal kid and or guy, I should say, and he likes the kids.
Coach's name?
Hoogenboom.
Hoogenboom, yeah.
So he's
a local kid, local guy.
He's very liked, and I think Evan fits well there, that. He made in my eyes, I think he made a great choice. So.
Great, go ahead.
And I do the announcing for football and basketball, and we had a ceremony at one of the half times of the football games where they presented and announced their first ever All-American. So, I mean, he's coming into a program that's just starting to go, and what a better place to become one of those, rather than to maybe a bigger school, maybe a little more well-known that has 6 kids ahead of you.
You going to live at home?
I'm actually purchasing a house right now that I will live in right next to the school, so be off on my own.
Really?
Right.
Nice.
My mom's purchasing the house.
Well, I understand that.
Yeah.
I know that, but
this is quite a group here. We started with the
skinny 152
the 240-pound little guy, the guy from Mexico, and now this guy's buying
next door to the house.
But he's buying his.
What a crew!
Very diverse. Very diverse.
Wait till we hear from this guy.
But actually, you're gonna with a bunch of other guys.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's your goal.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's interesting to say that. When my son Guy, who's the coach at Willoughby South, went to Mount Union, he started telling me, I want to live off campus. I want to live off campus. And I start looking at these houses and seeing how much I had to pay for rent. And it was cheaper for me to buy a house and rent it out.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And it worked out great. It was the best investment I've ever made. I mean, I bought the house. They lived in it. All wrestlers.
Absolutely.
All guys that liked each other. They got along really well together. And then when I sold it, I made a $10,000 profit. How great was that? And my son didn't pay for his expenses at all.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect deal.
Agreed.
But good luck to you. I'm glad that you stayed in the area. I'm sure you could have gone any place you wanted to go to, but good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Next.
I'm Spencer Boggs. I'm 9th grade in 145.
Wait. Oh, that's your brother. I was going to say, that's not, he's not a freshman. Yeah. Okay. 9th grade, what weight?
145.
Oh, you're a little bit bigger than him. How did that work out? This guy's always been a little guy, and you're coming in at 145? Really? Must have took after the other side of the family.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, next. Good luck to you.
I'm Jake Denman. I'm a senior, and I'm wrestling 160.
You're not too excited about being here, Jake, are you?
It's a little past my bedtime.
Yeah, you're a little tired from practice. Hard practice today?
Hard practice today, yeah.
Well, okay, let me just give you a little hint. Before the next 2 weeks, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Coach has been telling me I got to shave, I know.
You don't have to.
Put a mask on.
You don't have
right?
to.
Really?
Well, I don't want to, step on your, But no, you can wear a mask.
Yeah.
Did you ever wear a mask?
Could.
Wait. Did you ever wear a mask when you wrestled?
I have before.
You better
yeah.
try it before you do it.
I have before.
Because it's not very pleasant at all underneath that mask.
The goatie's handsome, though. Right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't beat it, Yeah. Realize it's got color,
You sure you're in the right thing? Or I thought that was like WWF or something. No,
he's
a mask.
Yeah, he's not. If he wears a mask, believe me, he'll shave that the next match.
Okay.
He won't wear that mask. All right, next. Good luck to you, Jake.
Nick Boggs, and junior, won like 38 or 32.
Wow. From 120. What were you last year?
126.
126.
Yeah.
And we're going what?
Like 38 or 20 or 32. Around there.
What?
I don't know.
He hasn't certified yet.
He said 38 first, though, Coach.
I know.
Yeah, I'm wrestling 38.
He's going to certify at 32.
Check it out. He said 38 first.
I know.
Then
That's
he
where he
maybe
wants.
32. He didn't say 32, maybe 38. So I'm pretty sure I know where he's going. So anyway, we're almost out of time here.
Yes.
We are out of time. And
one more guy.
One last guy.
I'm Nick Denman. I'm wrestling 195.
Your brother. Now there's another Denman, right? Wasn't there another one?
Right. He's already
It's like the old Richmond Heights teams, Family, another kids after kids. What weight?
195.
And you're
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore? Tough weight class for a sophomore.
Very tough.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Coach, thanks for coming, and we'll see you. Good luck to you guys. I know you wrestle a tough schedule, and you'll see you at the end of the year. Okay?
Fellas,
Thanks, guys.
Be sure you sign the banner. Sign the banner over there for us, please.
Thanks, Scott.
Running out of room already over there, but you'll find a spot to sign your name, please. And good luck to each and every one of you. And our final team coming up here tonight, last but certainly not least, the Mentor Cardinals. And they're wrestling guys, and their coach with them. And, of course, right now, Mentor, a hot topic in football, of course, as they usually are, year in and year out, as wrestling, as basketball, and go right down the list of sports. But the football, what they've done the last 2 weeks, again, beating a St. Edward's, beating a St. Ignatius in back-to-back weeks. And, right now you would say they should be state champs, but they still got 2 more wins to go. So we wish them the best of luck. And now, how are we going to do on the mats?
Yep. Well, I'm sure they're going to do well on the mats. They always do. But introducing the new coach, Jimmy Capel.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you, sir?
We're used to seeing that little guy sit there, remember?
Been a few years for him. Yeah.
Now, bigger guy this time. Another bigger coach on the other end.
Okay.
We're getting bigger at Mentor.
Yeah.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about, first of all, what's it like being a head coach?
A lot of paperwork. Paperwork and problems. Paperwork and problems is what I'm dealing with.
Knowing you're having a problem with that paperwork.
You know what? It's just getting a lot of it. Taking a little time to get used to. I didn't realize.
You didn't realize all that paperwork.
As an assistant for 12 years, I helped Ken out, but I didn't realize the amount of paperwork.
How's the transition going?
It's been smooth. All the assistants are back. I got in there in May. Built a good relationship with the kids. We took them out to Oregon Clay. We had a camp out there. We stayed at the Maumee Bay State Park.
Oh, that's really nice out there.
Did some team building. We went out to Baldwin Wallace. We had a weekend. Did
you play the golf course there?
We did not.
Oh,
it's really a lot of sand dunes out there.
I don't know if you're a golfer, but if you're a golfer, that's an experience. It's really a nice course.
It was, like I said, the kids really got to know the kids. We really we bonded. We got to run or ride our bikes to the Oregon Clay High School daily, which was about 6 miles. The kids,
that was fun.
Kids really enjoyed that. They
get up early and run to school.
They did. Yeah. Run there, run back.
Sounds like you're building a real good relationship with them, Coach.
Yeah, they were thrilled.
And before they went, the coach, this is going to be a lot of fun, guys.
Little did they know they had to run home from there too. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about the team, numbers-wise, and returners and so on and so forth.
Of course, number-wise, right now we're down. We've got about 15 guys playing football. So we've got one kid right now, one returning starter over 160 pounds. Aaron Wank is the only one over 160 right now that has any experience in varsity.
So you have actually 15 of your players that are football players.
Yeah,
of your wrestlers, and well, it's a catch-22. You want your football team to do good, you want your school to be successful, but again, what do you got the first week of the season?
We've got a preview on Friday, next Friday at Nordonia. We've got a super try with Nordonia, Mayfield, Manawa Crestwood, and ourselves. And then we open up the Solon Comet Classic.
So obviously you're going to be a little thin at Solon.
Yeah, real thin. Hopefully our football team will be winning the state title while we're wrestling in the finals.
Right.
Of the Comet Classic.
So let's jump ahead and hope and say that your football team is in the finals. How many kids will you bring? 6 or 7?
We'll bring up through 152, and then we've got a 195.
So you bring them all and whatever you got left over, and hope do the best you can with them.
Yep.
Then where do you go to second week?
We've got a home duel against Madison, followed by a Thursday duel against Perry, and then Lake Catholic. Heading into Christmas break, we're going back to Brecksville. We haven't been to Brecksville for probably 3 or 4 years. We're going to head back to Brecksville this year.
Good.
Over Christmas break.
You didn't go to any holiday tournaments before, right?
Like I said, we were at Brecksville, since '60s when it started.
Right.
And then we went. We were out at Bowling Green Duels, which was 10 duels out there out in Bowling Green for the past several years.
The schedule that you wrestle, prepares your kids for down the road, correct? And that's what you're hoping to do.
Yeah, we're looking to get back into Brecksville, see some tough competition. We're at the Top Gun tournament in January, so we're going to see the St. Paris Grahams.
You'll see a lot more than St. Paris Graham. You'll see them and a lot more. I mean, I'm at that tournament, and there's teams from all over the country there.
Yeah, great tournament.
Great tournament.
And Brecksville as well. I mean, we've got, I think the state champs from Michigan are coming to Brecksville this year. A couple real tough Georgia teams.
Right.
So we've got some.
Let's go to the kids here. We're running short on time. Who's the ugly guy in the end? Who's that guy?
Bill Spleet.
Oh, he's not a wrestler? He was a wrestler at one time. He was a heck of a wrestler at one time.
State champ back in 1990, 171-pounder.
St. Joe's.
St. Joe's.
Yeah, I remember those. At 79? 79?
No, 90.
Oh, I was going to say, not 79. No, you're not that old. You look that old, but you're not
West
that old.
NY in 79. We were at the West NY in 79. Rich Hunter.
There you go. Go ahead.
This is a sophomore, Ben Watson.
Ben, what weight class?
132.
And he wrestled last year, correct?
Yes, he was a freshman last year.
What weight? Last year?
113.
And we're going up to 132?
Yeah.
Did some weight training over the summer, huh?
Yeah, he went to Jay Robinson camp this summer, the 30-day intensive camp.
Really? How is that still a really good camp?
Yeah.
I mean, it was always a real good. You went for 30 days?
28.
28 days at a camp.
Yeah.
Was pretty intense, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where's that located?
Minnesota.
Yeah.
I mean, springtime in Minnesota. Can you imagine if it was in the winter in Minnesota? Wow.
Never come back.
Tell me about some of the things you did there. I mean, really,
at the end of the camp, we had to run 15 miles for the graduation.
15 miles? I can't ride a car 15 miles. You had to run 15 miles. How about wrestle-wise? What did they do wrestling?
We had 3 2-hour sessions, and we just went live wrestling the whole time.
Did you go with anybody else on the team, or did you go by yourself?
By myself.
And how did they pair you up in a room, or what? Did you live in a dorm, or what?
Yeah, you live in a dorm.
Wow, that's a heck of an experience, I bet, huh?
Yeah.
Did you learn a lot?
Yeah.
We'll see. Wow. We'll see on the mat. Next.
Jake Henry.
Really? He's happy about being here too.
He's thrilled. You know, these guys are getting ready for the alpha test on Wednesday.
Oh, there you go. And he didn't eat very much tonight.
Probably not. Probably we kind of.
Jake, what weight class, buddy?
152.
Last year? What?
45.
45. Qualifier or?
Two-time district qualifier.
I remember, yeah.
Always a little undersized, though. You know, trying to fit in between Dylan and Warren Ashton. He's.
But this year you'll be at the right weight class, correct? Good. Nice talking to you, buddy.
Hey, you know what? They can't hear you on the radio if you're just shaking your head here.
Doesn't matter.
We can see him.
He's more of a TV guy, I can tell. Go ahead.
I'm Colin Kramer.
Hi, Colin. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What weight?
113.
Last year, 106?
Yes.
I remember. Yeah. And he was a district qualifier.
State qualifier last year at 106.
Good. Gonna feel okay at 113?
Yes.
You're used to wrestling them little guys. You're going to start getting up there and a little bit bigger guys, huh?
I was originally 113 beginning of the year, dropped down.
Did we certify? You didn't certify yet, huh?
Wednesday. We'll do the alpha test on Wednesday.
Good. And if I could bother you, I know that you're busy texting, but give the mic to who's this?
This is Mark Mulder.
Mark Mulder.
Weight class?
26.
126.
Grade in school?
Another. Yeah, what grade? Junior?
Sophomore.
He wrestled last year.
District qualifier also at 113. He stepped in at the end of the year and qualified as a freshman.
How many qualifiers did you guys have last year?
You have a bunch.
How many? You had about 12, right? How many guys do you have back from last year's team?
You know, we're missing two graduates, Jordan Victor, who was a state qualifier. He's actually starting at 141 at John Carroll now.
Jordan won our scholarship.
Okay, very good. $500 scholarship. Or
$1,000.
Wow, okay, $1,000. And Warren Ashton, who was a state placer as a junior, had some injury problems last year.
Two.
And that's it.
Everybody else is back? Well, I was talking to Jimmy Ayers about your match last year with them at your place because we broadcast it last year. It came down to the tie. It should okay, but it did, okay, and it was a great match. I mean, it was the way wrestling is supposed to be. Remember way back when? Even you're that old, but I thought you were 79, but you're 90. But it used to be dual meets, That's where it was. And we're going to do the match at Lake Catholic this year, and I anticipate it being the same kind of match. I mean, I don't know. I mean, last year I thought the way you're thinking now, and it went down to the end, and it's a neighborhood rivalry, and I think it sort of brings things out. It's like the North-South match. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be great. You don't have to have great wrestlers. It's just the competitiveness is there, So
we're straight dual meets this year. We're not going any tries. We're going to try to bring the community in and get behind the wrestling.
I think it should be mandatory that each team wrestles at least 7 dual meets. At least 7, if not more. I mean, we got to bring people back in the gym. Too many people are sitting in the stands, bored, because they're waiting for their kid to wrestle, and it's 3 hours down the road. Yeah. And mothers are crocheting, fathers are texting, and it's just we got to do something. And
hopefully
that match, that Menor Lake Catholic match, is the way we bring more people back. So, anyway, I appreciate you coming.
Appreciate the invitation.
I know you guys we're here early, and we appreciate you coming here and talking to us. I know you're going to do a good job. We go back a long way. Another Mount Union guy, right?
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders. That's the way to do it. And I'm sure that you're going to have a successful year. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys down the road.
Thanks. Okay? Hopefully these guys wrestle a little bit better than they talk tonight.
You know what, though? I told you, he's a TV guy. You can tell.
Yeah, look at that look.
Yeah. Hey, he doesn't even know he's here.
Nope.
Yeah. All right, good luck to you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
Don't forget to sign the banner, if you will, if you haven't already, fellas. We appreciate that.
Thanks, bud.
And, well, Guy, we made it. Tell you what, a couple minutes to spare. Get Mr. Malta back here. We can talk a little bit about what's coming up.
Charlie, put those headset on. Put that headset on.
As always, you did a great job of directing traffic, sending them our way.
It's a great show.
It is. It's the show we look forward to because it just moves and moves and moves, and we got a good guy that watches the clock. A guy like me that likes to talk a little bit more. We probably have 4 teams waiting on deck yet with 4 minutes to go, but no.
Well, when you got 7 or 8 teams that take time out to come, you want to try to give everybody equal time. And it's very difficult to do.
It is.
But,
it really is.
But we try to do the best we can, and tonight we did it. Maybe next time we won't do it.
And again, we emphasize the fact that a lot of these kids will be back with us when they have our district qualifier show in February, and then we can talk a little bit more about how their season went because it'll be pretty much behind them. They're already getting into the districts now. Their sights are within reach of the state tournament, so it's always a good show.
Before we leave the air, again, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Lake Health.
John Smith here tonight.
They step up to the plate for wrestling in this community, and not only for wrestling, they step up to the plate for a lot of things, but especially for our programming, and allows us to broadcast a couple matches and to give these kids some of the accolades they deserve.
You're exactly right, and we really look forward to our upcoming season. You'll be broadcasting 6 matches this year.
6 matches, 3 dual meets and 3 tournament finals.
Okay, and
we have a live show also.
And that's special night, right? The 18th?
On the 18th of December. Yeah, there'll be a call-in night.
All right, this Saturday I'll be on one half of the Mentor Toledo Whitmore game and out in Mansfield, and then Monday night we'll be at Mama Roberto's for the girls high school basketball preview show. You actually have a game at where you'll be announcing a game at.
I opened my book in the morning, Charlie.
All right, and my co-host next week will be Jay Batung. So come on out to Mama Roberto's. We got Lake, Mentor, North, South, Gilmore, and the ASJ. Glenn Foley and Alan Parrish back at the station. Thank you so very much. Ray, Guy, you did it again. We'll see everybody next week, and have a safe drive home.